Sat Shri Akal. I'm Attar. Hi, I'm Maneesha. Welcome to our podcast, Two Best Friends, where two best friends us talk about anything and everything that we're thinking about, anyone's thinking about, or maybe they're not thinking about.
Yes, we are psychics and psychologists here.
Is it the new name?
No, because you said we can one anyone's thinking about. We know it. No, we're not. But here we are with another day. And today we're going to actually talk about something
That you don't know about.
that's something you don't know about.
But
But also I know about. No, I do know about. We're going to talk about what we were doing yesterday. And we're going to go very much in detail.
yes,
Sorry for the people who
DIY.
for too much information in your life. But before we get into that, we would like to do a silver lining.
Yes, my silver lining is the what is it?
What is your silver lining? Asa? Tell us.
I've had too many.
My God, so good.
And our producer's going to hate me for this long pause and not have one.
Do you want me to start? I have one. Okay, go. I'll start. Okay, I have an easy one. We, as you know, it's the week of Diwali and festivals right now. And my silver lining was to actually have the opportunity to have lots of, kind of have lots of things to go to in Diwali because I feel like that's something, we kind of do one or two things, but this time it's been really busy. It's exhausting. Not saying it's not, but just the opportunity to go meet people, not be like forever late nights and crazy because I don't think we can do that anymore. But even yesterday, it was Diwali and just having that opportunity for a few people to come over, have meal, everyone bring something, and just that thing, like to have that openness in people to doing that and also out of routine. I think that was good to have that.
Well, my silver lining is some nice music.
Mm.
So I've started following a few new pages on Instagram and I've unfollowed so many. I'm like going through my list of who I follow. And I've recently started following the musical pages of like that. The purpose of their pages is to find you the unheard or the underrated songs.
Mhm.
And I've been finding new artists, new kavalis, new songs, Pakistani, Indian, new classical musics, and they are like raw as. And I sometimes spend good 15, 20 minutes just going through their reels and then finding them on Spotify and listening to them and having the best experience listening to those music and just so beautiful. It's just been adding to the layer of like the life is so good when you're listening to nice Qawwali. And I thought I liked Qawwalis that had to be Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan. That's not true. I've been enjoying Qawwalis that are from Indian, like Rajasthani gharanas, or like underrated, or the artists that are not even recognized or found in Pakistan. They've just been so soulful.
That is
That just
amazing.
makes my core happy when I listen to the nice music, and it's just takes you to the bigger, grander things rather than just superficial stuff, and I just love that.
Yeah. I love music. I think it's such a powerful tool to just change your mood. And anytime for me, like anytime I feel like up and down, I just put in some music and that really makes a difference.
So, jumping into today's episode. So, this episode is an absolute steal. We are absolutely copying this idea from a British podcast that talks about what you did yesterday. And I just loved the concept because I heard about it on the Australian podcast that I listened to. I wouldn't say the version, but they did that version. And I just love that idea of like how much telling it is to talk about your routine and a day.
Yeah.
So I wanted us to talk about what we did yesterday in absolute like detail. Spare every detail of it. Tell me everything. I welcome every too much information.
And sorry, everyone who is going to go through stuff that you don't want to. But yes, it is kind of hard, I've got to say, because it's testing my memory. And right now, I feel like there's so much going on that it's hard. But I will remember and I will try to remember. So I'm going to start, obviously. It sounds like, yes. Okay, what did I do yesterday? So yesterday was the 21st of October, which was, one of Diwali days.
Actually, I got clarified. I was asking everyone, when is it actually the Diwali? Is it 20th or 25th? Because our Gurdwara was celebrating 21st, so I just went with 21st.
Yeah.
But apparently Diwali was on 20th of October. 21st was Bandi Chhod Divas, which always co-aligns, except this year.
So I think maybe you're right. And I think on Monday, like most people in India kind of celebrated it. Yeah. I just found it too short notice. It's like I couldn't refuse to do it, but Ashwin did a few things. Anyways, coming back to it. So anyway, we decided, I decided in my end that this is Diwali because I had planned it. But and first thing in the morning was, so it was a Tuesday, started with, of course, waking up and I think I woke up around 7:30, I would say. So woke up at 7:30. My daughter sleeps next to me, so she got up with me. She had school. We got up, tried to wake her up. She didn't wake up. And then I got up. Chai was made and tried to have chai, which is, I'm grateful. I should make it every day. And while he was doing that, I remember doing the dishwasher. So started doing the dishwasher, even though in my head, I was like, I really want to sit down and have the chai, but didn't get to it.
Did you like sipping and doing things?
Yeah, I think I left the chai to just leave it. Did the dishwasher. I had the kids' lunch boxes not packed, so started packing them, trying to work it. So I was doing the packing up for the lunch boxes.
I'm sorry, I'm fixated on the chai.
I was like, how did you function? So no, didn't do that. So did the dishwasher, did the lunch boxes. Interestingly, I think I was pretty regulated somehow. Otherwise, I'm like, kids, get up, go to school, get ready. But didn't happen yesterday because I'm like, whatever. I didn't have to go anywhere, so it was fine. I guess I shouldn't think. So anyways, got the lunch boxes sorted. Because I had a few people coming over, I think I went into a bit of clean mode. But before I did that, I sat down, had a little bit of chai, and I actually remember noticing it and taking a video of it at that point because that was the only opportunity to take a video.
Yeah. Can I ask you another irrelevant but very important question in my eyes? Did you then had to reheat the chai?
No, I won't warm it up. I just have cold chai. I actually don't even have warm chai. You know that, right? I don't. I have a bit, like, it's not cold, but it's like lukewarm. But I was saying to Ashwin, I'm like, how many, and this is stereotypical, but I would say Ashwin was like, today, for example, his chai was left and he forgot because of whatever. I'm like, how many mums get used to having cold chai because in the morning they're just running around and doing stuff. I think that's my thought. Like, and that's why a lot of women are like, I like it thanda because you get used to it.
It's sad for you.
Yeah. But no, I do. It's lukewarm for me. So I didn't warm it up yesterday. It was not to that point and then got tanda. So because I have to dip my biscuit into it, so it has to be warm enough.
I take my sympathy back. Dishwasher ke lunch pack yaad hai bichari.
Yeah, it was pretty warm. Anyway, so did all of that, had chai, and I think then the kids went. Good thing was I had a few hours before I had my first client, so it was a good day in the sense of not an early start for me.
Yeah.
I actually ended up cleaning a lot yesterday because, again, Diwali, people were coming over, cleaning up stuff. So I remember vacuuming, then organizing the house, cleaning up the stove. Did a lot of that. And in my head, I was like, I think I'll do this like 9:30, 10, and then I'll do work. Because I have a lot of admin stuff that I have to do. I think I did that. Started my online morning around 9:30, 10. By the time all the cleaning was done, a lot of, vacuuming.
Did you say by 9:30, 10? Oh my God, it seems like you've lived the whole day by 9:30.
Yeah, I've cleaned, I've organized stuff. Then I'm sure I sent people some messages in the middle saying, Happy Diwali, you on the whatever. I sent some photos.
You didn't send me?
No, I didn't because I had done it one day before with you, but I sent it to a lot of people.
You
like,
didn't
said Happy Diwali. Okay, fine. Then I'm sorry, but I sent a lot of people Happy Diwali photos and I don't like, and I think we spoke about last week, I do not like forwarded messages. So I actually took a photo, found a photo, and then sent it to everyone and stuff. I'm sorry, Attar. See, that's when you didn't get all. But yeah, so I did all of that yesterday.
Yeah.
In the middle, sat down. Then I think I'm pretty sure I had a shower. I can't even remember. Sat down and I had to do a lot of work in my own admin work. Did a lot of that. Then I spoke to you, I'm pretty sure. I called you, had a chat, work. I called you and I said, Attar, work.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, oh, no time pass here. Let's just get to work. So we spoke work. Then I spoke to someone, other psychologist for some work. Just had a long chat with her. Though, what I remember out of that is I actually, yesterday day was really good, right? The weather was really good, which is not likely in Melbourne all the time. I actually went out because I had just cleaned our jula and it was worth sitting on it. I actually
Placement of your chula is so good with the sun hitting.
I sat and I had some nice sun while I was talking to her, and I really enjoyed that space.
Yeah.
Mind you, I've not eaten anything till this time.
Only chai biscuit.
Only chai
But you
biscuit.
don't have any.
I don't. So, anyways, then I did all that. Then I actually had the little upma and chana line, so just one of my favorite breakfasts.
Yeah.
Had a little bit of that.
What time was it?
I would say just after my phone call, so that would be at 11.
For the pre-lunch.
10:30, 11. Yeah. So I had my upma chana, left it. Then did my work. Had a client at 12. Did that session. Then I had a 2-hour window break, and I was like, I'm gonna get this is done. I feel like I just got sucked into my admin world and just kept working.
Yeah.
And then I was like, because that was my plan when I would cook and get ready. Didn't then had to organize kids in the middle.
Yeah.
Because it's a friend she picks them up on this day, our producer, and I was like, hey, and she's like, oh, I'm gonna be home by this time. And Ashwin was there. Oh my God, I forgot about Ashwin's interferences in between all of this. That man came to me 3 times in the middle. He came to me about a few things. I was like, oh. And he came in the middle for a few things about this is. I'm like, oh yeah, thank you. And some meeting he went on. I had to close his door because it was so loud. So all of this is happening, and then I think I messaged him. We live in the same house at about 2:30, saying, "Can you go pick up the kids?" Because which he did, which was good. So then I did a bit of cutting the aloo because I was making aloo puri. So I did a bit of cutting the aloo.
Yeah.
What did I do? I got the atta sorted. Then I had a client at 3 o'clock. Went into the client session. The day is not even done. 3 o'clock did my session. 4 o'clock we done. Kids came home by then. What did I do? Then I got cooked the stuff. Got all of that done. 5. So this happened 4 to 5, and then I think I'm pretty sure kids trying to tell them, guys, please get ready. We have people coming. Yeah, please, apna muh dho lo, yaar, please. So
I saw you did mudho as well.
yeah, and then
all in sari and everything.
yeah, and then I did cooking, got that sorted. I'm pretty sure I made some puris and all as well, but not too much because I had everyone was bringing something. But still, you want
was
to
it
do that.
This Saturday? Is it bring a plate?
No, it's not. But that day it was. So anyway, so did all of that. I think people came, and then 6 o'clock they were gonna come. Few people, not many people. Got the table ready, organized some things, got ready. Tried to figure out which combo I should wear. And I did in like 10-15 minutes, got ready.
Madhumita again?
No, I was a different version, but I had a dark lipstick that you gave me.
Yeah.
And I never wear dark lipsticks. So everyone was like, wow, makeup. I'm like, bhai, lipstick dal hai. But yeah, so that was, got ready, did that. Then a few people came over. Then evening we sat.
Don't tell me you had too much fun.
We had fun, but it was just sitting.
Miss me.
We sat, we ate, we did a bit of Teen Patti because of Diwali. Kids had a bit of performance, a little bit of dancing, but we kind of said this is just, a little bit, and then Jala nikalenge because we had a long one on this thing. And then we were done by 9:30. Did a bit of Puljadi and all that. Everyone went. Pretty sure I wanted to read because I'm reading this really ridiculous crap book. Crap in the sense it's interesting for me, but it's a very fantasy drama fiction. I'm not even going to call it because I'll feel embarrassed. I'll tell you later.
No, smart.
No, it's like one of those you would not even know it exists. Like my free books I get from Kindle. Anyways, I'm reading that because I was done with reading really heavy books because I've read really heavy books recently. Just everything recently. And then I go through phases, and so I didn't read. I ended up sleeping, and that was the end of my day.
Oh my God, sounds so hectic.
Does it?
I know,
easy day.
I know, and to be honest, I think every woman goes through these days, and we call it easy. But listening to it felt very heavy. It felt like, oh my God, you've lived several days in one day. Explain this to a man, and I think that's because of multitasking that we do.
Maybe it is. That is such a interesting thought that you say. I wouldn't have thought about it from that perspective.
We are so used to living the day.
Yeah, like I would actually being at home and not. So yesterday was one of those days where didn't have to run around, to be honest. I
Because
was
you're
at
running
home.
on.
Otherwise, I would be running around, pick up like a few things like pickups and drops have been used yesterday, which has made my life much easier, I think. Anyways, yeah, so that was my day. Now, Atar, over to you. Let's listen to
Okay. Okay, yesterday was Tuesday. Normally, all my weekdays, weekend almost looks the same. But yesterday in particular, I was like, I'm going to take it easy because when I'm driving, as you said, like when you're at home, you feel like it's a less hectic of a day. So I've got something on today. I was coming all the way here, recording, and then other things. Tuesday, Thursday busy, Friday busy, Saturday, Sunday busy as well. So I was like, Tuesday, I'm going to keep it easy, being Diwali. Best decision ever. You know why? I woke up with the worst migraine ever.
No, dear.
Ever. Not ever, but in a very long
Yeah.
time, to the point where I was so nauseous. I wanted to throw up. It was just hectic. Anyway, I still lived my day. I still did what I needed to do. So I woke up at 5 o'clock. I instantly felt sick. I felt like I was swollen up. My sinuses were heavy. Everything was just down the drain. Anyway, I woke up and I was like, okay, I'm going to do everything to make myself feel better. So 5 o'clock when I woke up, I did a very quick abhyanga. So I massaged myself, my head and everything. I was like, whatever I can get my lymph drained and working on, I'm going to do it. Did that, spent 15 minutes on myself, pampering myself, showered, did my morning routine of like doing my part, nithanim. So I was like, I know this is not going to happen throughout the day. Might as well get over and done with. By 6:30, I was done with most of my parts. And then I woke up. Gyan was going to school early. So that meant that he had to wake up almost same time as me, which was 5:45. So 5:30, 5:45. He was getting ready. I was there doing my stuff. I couldn't make his proper lunch. I was just like, made him sandwich. Everything else, I was like, you can do it yourself. He went to school at 7:15 because he had training in the morning. So normally he leaves at 7:45 or 8 o'clock. Yesterday was 7:45. So that meant from 7:45, I had about 2 hours before I went to the gym to actually sort myself, make my breakfast, have everything in peace. So I was not sure what I wanted to eat because I didn't feel like eating, but I knew that I had to do something. And I was in the midst of like thinking I'm not going to go to the gym, but then I'm like, I know when I've got migraine, gym is what actually makes me feel a little bit better. So I thought, what's the most comfortable food that will be easy to cook and eat, digest? Couldn't think of anything.
No, I was going to say, what was it? I was curious.
You will not soon. Then I made myself coffee. I was like, I've not been having coffee, but I'm like, I need this shit to work. I absolutely need this shit to work. So I made myself coffee. And when I had coffee, I felt a little bit better. And then I'm like, okay, I'm ready to eat. Then I made myself really, really nice poha.
Yeah. You
With
make
lots
good
of,
pohas,
with lots of tofu in it.
Yeah.
Not so nice, that one.
Yeah. I have been surprised at your poha. And I've been like, man, this tastes good. I would not have thought looking at it would taste good, but it does.
That poha was so good because anytime you add tofu in anything, and I'm trying to up my protein consciously, putting efforts into it. So I was like, this does not look good. But when I started to eat, it was delicious. Anyway, I enjoyed every bit of my poha. And then I went to the gym. And I told myself that if I feel sick at any point, I'll just come back home. And if it was a cardio day, I knew that it's going to help me feel better, open up my sinuses, and the sweat always makes you feel better. I ended up staying the whole day or the whole hour of gym. Did feel a lot better for half an hour. Got home, I was sick as dog again. In that phase, I was doing my laundry. I had so much to wash.
I was going to say, it is so hard. Like, I was going to ask you, you're feeling sick.
Yeah.
And then I was going to say, but you still went on, it sounds like, with your chores and everything you had to. Yeah, I forgot about the laundry pits that I did. I just realized, what about all the dryer mein wo kapde dalo? I did all of that also. Yeah. I forgot about
Exactly. मेरे तो 2 लोड और फोल्ड करके रखने so जब मैंने रखे तब मुझे एक वो भी गिल्ट आता है कि oh my god, look at my sisters, like their wardrobe is like so pristine, like so folded. मेरा is like boom 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 boom. But then I compare it to some other people. I'm like, hey, भगवान
You
मेरा
can
तो
just
everything
compare it to mine. Like, I have recently decided my jump like sweaters. They have a space in my cupboard where they are just thrown. So all उधर उधर shop because I can't be.
You know what I do? I'm like, कम से कम wash में guilty तो नहीं feel होता कि वहाँ पे ऐसे ही पड़े।
अच्छा वहां से उठा के दोनों में डाल देते
देखती तभी मैं कहती हूँ कि जगह नहीं है।
कॉन्फर्ट वॉश के बाद फोल्ड भी तो करके
By that time, दो jumper already बाहर आ, so there
yeah,
is space. So I did laundry in between that. उसके बाद फिर से भूख लगी.
हाँ.
Again, my head was exploding by then. I'm like, अब खाऊं. Again, the very nice, comfortable thing kicked in कि मुझे कुछ अच्छा सा hot. I was like, I'll make khichdi.
Oh, khichdi.
No, actually, I thought I'll make dal kaddu and then rice separately.
What is dal kaddu?
Like dal and kaddu mix.
No,
Yeah, it's a very light, and I'm trying to follow a proper diet at the moment because I've got high rocks at the end of this year. So to be able to do that, I need to actually eat a lot of protein, and I'm like, I am bad with that. So I've got the chart of what I'm going to have. So I had dal kaddu and rice in my menu plan, and I was like, कौन दो बर्तन I'm going to mix them on. I'm going to make the khichdi. Of course, I'm like, नहीं चलेगा उसमें खूब सारा कड़ी पत्ता ये सारा कुछ डाला. Oh my god, turned out to be so delicious. It was so beautiful. Lots of dal, a little bit of chawal, and lots of kaddu. Beautiful. I had 2 big bowls of that. Anyway, I was very happy. And then by the time I finished eating, this was around 1:30 p.m. And by the time I cooked, ate, and I am such a slow eater. I can take up to 1 hour to eat something. And then 1:30 or 2:30, I'm like, okay, time to go and pick Kian up. And by that time, I could not even turn my head sideways because I was so much in pain. So somehow I did go, picked the kids up. I came back. On the way back, Gyan asked me, खाने में क्या है? What's in the snacks?
Dal kaddu.
I'm like, dal kaddu khichdi. He's like, I could vomit. I was like,
Go.
sure you can.
I
So
can
could I.
actually do it. Oh my god, after that is so.
And like by that time, I was like, घर में bread भी नहीं है. Otherwise, I could have made him sandwich or bread pizza. Nothing. I suggested, I was like, bhel puri bhi nahi thi. And I was like, I'll make you poha. He's like, the healthy poha that you made the other day, it's put me off poha.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, piece of fruit. He's like, I've already hit my limit of fruit and vegetables today. I was
No.
like, sure you have. I don't know what to give you. I was like, दूध बना के पी ले. And he was like, दूध के साथ क्या खा? Biscuit, कुरकुरे ले दो. I was like, not happening. Then he was like, fridge में ice cream पड़ी है. And I was like, okay, fine. Just don't bother me today. Capacity sort of like,
Just do whatever. Just don't show me. Don't talk to me.
yeah. उसके बाद मैंने उसको बोला, my parent का वो जागा. मैंने उसको बोला, मैंने कहा सारी मत लेना, थोड़ी सी खाना. He was like, क्या? I was like, it doesn't matter. आधी लेना जितना भी बचा है. And then he's like, oh, like he's trying to show me, देख बच्चा ही की है, इतना तो मैं खा ले है ही नहीं. I was like, okay, just eat it. And then I said to him, I was like, by that time,
This is while your head is hurting.
Yeah. And I'm walking like a robot. And by that time, I was also doing like, ये कपड़े धुल गए वो सूख गए, changing the whole cycle of it. And then I said to him, I was like, मैं आधा घंटा सो लूं, I might feel better. And by that time, I had not had any painkillers because I don't like painkillers. But then I was like, I think it's gone on for way too long. I have not had coffee in months. I've had coffee.
You've done everything.
Done like मैंने बान निकाला. हर राम बान nothing's worked. I've had ginger tea. I've had everything possible. मैंने उसको बोला, मैंने कहा मैं आधा घंटा सो. I went to bed and I was like, I'll try to sleep. I couldn't sleep. And then I came back onto the couch and I was like, you know what, Gyan, you are here. Let's turn the TV on. Maybe in that like was subtlety mein, I'll fall asleep. He's like, yeah, no problems. And I tried to sleep. I couldn't. 5 minutes of like, I think I just hit 1 minute of sleep and then I was awake. फिर वहीं पे बैठे and then 5:30 we had to go to a gurdwara for the Diwali. And I knew physically I'm not ready to go, but mentally and from my heart, I just wanted to go. I even asked Gyan. I was like, I'm not well. And Gyan, because he'd woken up early as well, he's like, Mera bhi na tired. I was like, so shall we miss them?
Yes. You tried it.
Yes, I tried it. By that time, I'd already asked Dilpreet, what is she wearing? What color is she wearing? I had asked Brahm what color she is wearing.
Nice color coordinate.
No, color coordinate तो मेरा किसी के साथ भी नहीं हुआ. I was trying to mentally prepare myself to tell them that I'm coming, so I don't bail out. So anyway, 1 hour, I just lied there without talking anything. Gyan took a nap and then we got ready and left. Again, I was in pain. And then while we were driving, and I was like, you know what would fix me? Something very spicy or sour. So I had salt and vinegar chips on my way there. it helped me a little bit.
Oh, yeah. I'm very curious to know when will this get cured because I don't think you have migraine today.
No, I did not. But anyway,
Okay.
उसके बाद फिर oh sorry, go back.
Go back.
घर पे जाने पहले मैंने कहा यार I am so sick of this. I've done everything. Now I'm going to have detox tea. I am going to detox the shit out of my body because there is something.
I will have coffee in the morning to fix it.
In the evening,
Yes,
5
in the evening, I will have a detox team to detox me from all the stuff
I was like, there is no, not from that. I think for me, migraine happens either I've exercised too much or I've eaten something that's not sat well with me. So I was like, I'm going to do that. Detox, like exercise मेरी normal रही है. Detox, I'm going to detox the shit out of my body so I can feel better. मैं इतनी desperate थी कि मैंने चाय के जो पत्तियां होती है ना टी बैग खोल के मैंने पत्तियां भी खाई. I was like, I'm detoxing the shit out of it. Anyway, and chips a little bit better.
Yeah.
My vision by then was so impacted that by the time I got to the Gurdwara, if I was talking to someone, I could see them properly, but everything was blurry because my head was hurting so much. There were so many people came up to me. They're like, "Tusi kado वापस आए?" And I'm like, who are you?
I can't see you properly.
No, not even that. I didn't even recognize them. My like cognitive
Abilities are gone.
was
Yeah.
so down.
Yeah.
But anyway, I felt so bad. I stuck to few people that I knew and I was like holding on to with my dear life. But nobody knew that I was not well, but apart from those people. And then in Langar, it was pizza. And man, that pizza was full of spices and jalapenos. And I think that's what my body needed. I ate
Indian.
pizza to my heart's content. नहीं सर फिर भी नहीं गया.
अच्छा.
बस इतना था bearable हो गया था. And I had such fun evening at Gurdwara with so many people. It was like every moment I was there talking to people. I don't know. My heart was so full by the end of it. I was like, I just love the community I'm part of. And I had to put a lot of effort into being there and doing small talks, even though I don't like small talks. And I feel I can get very shy. We can come across as quite arrogant, but I'm just like too shy to talk to people. But it was just a very happy place where whichever way I turned and knew people, we could greet, be it kids, be it men, women, everyone. And it just, I felt very happy. It was such a beautiful, positive
Connection.
place that it was. And then we left around 8:30, quarter to 9 for home. Yeah, I got back home. My head was still hurting and got in bed by 9:25, which is very late for my standards. And I read my book. And by the time I read and got sleepy, it was about quarter to 10. And yeah, I was like, shit, I have a busy day tomorrow. I need to be at my best behavior. Sir, pata nahi jayega ke nahi jayega.
But it did?
But I'm tired. Like, yes, it did.
So I wake up in the morning. What happened?
I woke up around 1:30 a.m. and I turned and I was like, oh, I can turn. I can move my head.
So it was the accumulation of maybe everything you had yesterday has worked.
Yeah, 1:30. No, I think what actually had happened was it was not the food I had eaten. On Sunday, I did non-stop 1.5 hour of exercise that I hadn't done. Some of the exercises I hadn't done in a month and a half. And it was a training day for high rocks. My muscles here had tensed up, which further impacted my headache. That's what it was. And I didn't realize it. Not that I had any heat pack at home that I could have used it, but I think that's why I got it.
Got it.
Yeah. And my interpretation was that because of my migraine, my shoulders are tense, but it was the other way around.
Yeah. Oh my God. And I'm just thinking all of this you did while you were like just
any ray of sunshine. Ka jo weather bhi tha, I'm like, why cannot it be gloomy today?
Yes, it would have. And I'm just thinking, and I was actually thinking sometimes, even if you're like feeling that sick feeling, there's so much going on that you're like, it's not even like you can be like, nahi chutti le lo and kuch mat kar. Like you can. I'm not saying you can't, but we just.
No, you can take chutti from work.
Right.
Calm is always.
Yeah.
It's the thing. I've told this to a couple of people and they're like, oh, tu pagal hai. But you know how when you, for example, if you've got a hot pan and it's got something in it like doodh and you grab it and the distance between the stove and the sink is not that much. But when you grab it, it's so hot that you either let it go and make a mess of it or you endure the pain and go to the sink. We do that a lot.
Oh my God, that sounds really sad.
It is very sad, but we do that because the pain of cleaning of the mess afterwards,
It's gonna be too much.
it's greater than the hand hurt.
Oh, that
And
burns
that's it.
listening to it. But yeah, oh my God. Okay, that was a lot of that. And that was despite you being in pain. I was thinking, man,
And that was an easy day for me.
that was an easy day for you while you were like dying and can't even, do things. But I don't know if you should take examples of any of our days, guys. Never. But
No.
this was us and this
But
was our life.
I have to say, like a little two silver linings from yesterday.
Yeah.
At the end, like I sent a message voice note to one of my sisters that her and we had developed this thing between us. Like anytime we went to London, we would smile at each other to ask like, do we have anything in our teeth? And then yesterday when I was like, after finishing pizza, I smiled at friend and she was like, what are you smiling at? Was I was going to sleep and I like we have this remote lamp that we turn it off. So Gyan said to me, he's like, lamp na band kare aaj, main had a book.
My God. And Anna, you've been trying to get him to read.
To bloody buy him a phone.
Yes, yes. I know you've been really wanting to do that.
So that was very nice. And I, more than him reading the book, I was just happy that I could.
Sorry, I'm just laughing because the chapter has, and if you go back to our episode about books, you would hear this. But this is the book we both were talking about recently, is The Many Lives, Many Masters. And Attar is getting her son to read it. He is 13, 14, almost 14. And he said to her, Mama, किसी भूतिया वाली book बता रहे हो?
Right? No, he's read few chapters of it. And मैंने पूछा मैं क्या है ना मजेदार बढ़िया book है. Like what are you up to? He's like,
which is why I'm laughing. And kid is like saying, don't put up the light, let me read.
No, I was more happy, not just about the book. I just was happy. I was happy that he was very, like, I could trust him because I had said to him, like, tu book pad, main tenu phone leta. And he was like, yeah, that's fine. And then in my head, I'm like, how am I going to keep him accountable? So I was just happy that I don't have to chase him up for it. He's accountable of its own. Like, yes, this is what I'm asked to do. I have to do it.
Yeah.
So that was my silver lining, not just him reading the Bhutiya.
Bhutiya book. But also, about books, right? Anyone who reads, once you get hooked to it, you do want to read it. And that's the amazing thing about reading books.
Yeah. And this book is about like in between afterlife or life regression.
Anyways, that's us. We've gone on for a very long time.
This was supposed to be like a 15.
Yes, it was supposed to be short. That's why I'm like, I'm aware of that. So we will say bye for today. Please listen to our episodes, give us comments, tell us how you went, and maybe give us a rundown of what your day looked like. We would love it. On our page, on the comment section, just give us a rundown. We would love.
Or even message us that you want to talk about your day, what you did yesterday, and we'll make a special episode with you, or we'll do a special, like a reel with you.
Yeah.
I think that'll be so much fun.
Yeah.
It won't be 40 minutes long. It'll be like 15 minutes probably.
All right. See you all. Thank you. Bye.